What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, joined again for another halftime show by the captain. This is our Raider reaction, live on location halftime show. Raiders at Chiefs. And captain, we don't have much positive to say, as there's not a whole hell. The only positive thing I can say about the first half is it could have been worse. That's the only positive thing we have to say. You had what? The one good run by Marshawn Lynch on an audible by Carr and a pass interference play is the two highlights of our offensive first half.
You can't take all my notes. you can't. You leave me with nothing to say. Okay.
Well, there's not a lot to say.
Here's it's amazing. If this was a true Raider reaction, I would have a big receptacle in front of me where I'd be throwing up right now. Okay? Because that's my reaction. I am sick. I am sick in my stomach. I don't know what happened to the team that's been playing decently. I didn't say great. It's been playing decently the last 2 weeks. But they didn't show up yet.
No, they haven't at all.
No.
This doesn't even look like the same team we've seen the last 2 weeks. There's been promise. Although the defense, I have to say, the defense has somewhat not...
Yeah, well, I mean, the defense is...
They're getting pressure, but they're giving up big plays, too.
The defense is the only reason why we were even still in this game within 2 scores. Okay? Thank God for the Khalil Mack sack, which pushed them back for their last field goal. Thank God for Bruce Irvin getting at least 2 sacks that I know of. Thank God for Danico Autry has 2 passes deflected.
Yep.
That's good on him. That's about the best. Navarro Bowman made 1 good play, and then he had a kind of a lackluster play. I got all of these right now. You want me to go into it now?
Roll through it, Captain.
Okay.
Let's hit what there is.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the first thing I can say is, why is Kansas City averaging like 5 yards a pop on most every one of their offensive plays? Most of their offensive plays has been a 5-yard run by Kareem Hunt, normally for 5, sometimes for 10. I don't know what the exact average, but to me it's at least 5 yards a pop. The Raiders are getting their asses kicked. They're getting beat off of the ball. It's getting a little bit better as the first half has progressed into the second quarter, but fundamentally, they're getting their asses kicked, beat off the ball.
They're flat. They're really flat so far.
You had a false start, Irvin sack. You had a tough run. Then all of a sudden, on a 3rd and 16, when the game is still, it's tight. 3rd and 16, you give up a first down? Are you kidding me? I tell you. Nice coverage from Bowman on Kelsey, but then you get the defensive holding. No tackling on that first Kansas City touchdown run. Here, when the Raiders are losing at this point, and I ain't going to say, early, good field position, 3 points, okay? They got 3. Then when it's 10-0, these are the stats, okay? Smith has 62 yards passing, 56 rushing. I don't know what the Raiders had, but it was negligible. I know it's nothing, and I'll get into the next thing. No punch on offense, crappy play calling. It's ridiculous, okay? A fantastic catch by Wilson. You can't say anything about that. The coverage was there. The guy caught the ball. Great pass catching by Wilson and great pass catching by Tyreek Hill. When was it that the Raiders stopped having the speedy receivers? Remember when it was Branch and Shed and everybody else? We had the speedy receivers.
We have them. We were just talking about that. Why were they not trying to get it to Patterson anywhere else besides a screen?
Yeah, well, the thing is that now Kansas City has the receivers that the Raiders used to have in the 70s. Excuse me. We need to figure out a way to stop the long bombs. The long bombs, like the Raider offense of the 60s and 70s, and Kansas City has it. And that Smith is the quarterback. That's ridiculous.
It's been bad football. Bad football in the first half.
Yeah, well, 13-0. The stats when they were winning 13-0. Kansas City 103 yards passing, 67 rushing. At that point, when we're down 13-0, the Raiders stats: 8 yards passing by Carr, 28 yards rushing by Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn has been basically our only offense. Marshawn and a pass interference call against Smith, and that's another one of my things here. Involve the tight end. You need to involve the tight end. Cook had his real first down that the Raiders had. You had the call against Smith, and then you had at Walford's side, and he had the catch too. Use the tight end more. Use the tight end more. And I'm going to go through all of this at the very end. When the Raiders had a chance, it was 3rd and 1, and everybody knew it was going to be a run. And by the way, Lynch isn't in there, Washington's in there. Everybody knew it was going to be a run. They stopped him. Why can't you then throw a nice little seam pattern or something down there?
Roll out Carr. No movement out of the backfield.
He'd still be running. We would have gotten a touchdown, I'm sure, because everybody was sucked up to stop that run. It is horrific.
It is ugly football thus far.
I hope you heard that. I even shut them up because I'm screaming. I didn't swear, but I am screaming.
It's been bad football. The defense has been the only bright spot. The pressure, we've gotten some sacks, we've gotten some hits on Smith, but we're still, Kelsey's open half the time.
I saw 20 on the sideline, okay? That's Obi. Obi was specifically drafted in order to cover the tight end. He's not in there, okay? Somebody's got to cover the tight end. I don't know. I don't think he's hurt. I don't know if he's not picking up the playbook. I don't care. Put him one-on-one with the tight end and say his only job today is to make sure that bastard doesn't catch a pass. Sorry. And then the other thing is, again, when the Raiders were driving, the one interception that Carr throws, the volleyball interception, you can't beat it. We were actually driving, and we couldn't get no points. It is horrific!
Bad. And I honestly thought when that ball was tipped up, the Crabtree could have made a little better effort to get a hand on that ball and knock it down. I didn't think it was completely out of the realm of possibility, and he could have gotten to that. They just seem to not have any fire. There's just no fire.
Yeah.
For a game that when the season's on the line, we don't have the fire out there. I don't understand what's lacking or what the exact problem is.
This is Chiefs week for the Raiders. I remember when Marty Schottenheimer would ever say this is Raider week. There was passion. Yes. There was intensity. They knew that the Raiders were coming into town and they were going to do everything in their power to blow us up. There has been no passion by the Raiders. Sorry, we're having a little bit of a camera malfunction here. But no passion by the Raiders. None. What did I say? That's been horrific. I'm not even going to scream it anymore. You guys know it's horrific.
It's bad. It's been bad. It's not what we expected to see. I really expected to see a team come out with fire and with passion that knew that their season was on the line, knew that everything they were playing for in 2017 was happening right now. You hold your destiny in your damn hands, and this is the way you come out and fucking play. This is it. This is the fire you got when your season is on the line. And it's all right there in front of you. You win this game, and you've now taken one of the two that you're tied with out of it, and you just keep moving forward. But to come out and play like this, and this first half is not the first half I expected to see at all out of this team.
There's no reason for the Raiders to be playing this hard. None. It's an
We're healthy.
Start. Yeah.
We have the talent.
Right.
What's our excuse?
There is no excuse. It's a matter of who wants it more, and Kansas City, to this point, wants it more. They want it more. They're on a downslide. There is no team that they want to lose to less than the Oakland Raiders, and they are kicking our ass.
And I thought we would feel the same way. That there would be that after them sweeping us last year, and the team that basically kept us out of the division crown, and were the ones that we were fighting for to catch all year, to come out with this chance to sweep them this season, and really hold the ace in our hands if we beat them. And to play like this is
there's nothing that I can say other than as what we have been saying the last several weeks. The playoffs started several weeks ago. They beat Miami when they needed to have the chance to beat Miami. They beat Denver to make sure that they at least had a split against Denver. Last week, they won the game last week. It was a great game, a great sight to see. The playoffs were still rolling for us. You lose this game, it's done. It's done. No, we're good. We're good for drinks. Thank you.
So
make sure that we're drinking. And as you can see, I'm drinking heavily with my Arnold Palmer. So you know,
I can't say the same.
Well, I'm driving, so he can get as schnocked as he wants.
If this game continues the way it has, there may be a possibility of that. But this is not what I expected. I really expected to see more passion, more fire. I expected to see a team that was backed in a corner.
Yeah.
I expected to see us coming out swinging, but that is not what has happened. They get the ball after half, which puts us in an even bigger hole coming out of the half. We don't have the ball, so we don't even control the passion and the momentum coming out in the second half. So our defense has to get us the ball back.
Right. Relatively, the defense, and I say relatively, the defense isn't playing as bad as they have been prior. Okay, we're still down 2 scores. It would have been great if Irvin wouldn't have. And I said it. I told everybody here when we had the interception in the end zone. I said Raiders were offside. I could see that the Raiders were offside. That interception cost us within 2 relative scores would have been 13-0. We would have had the ball not down 16-0. You know, it's horrible. It's horrible. I will say this though. Janikowski is not kicking. When was the last time that the Raiders had an onside kick? And you know what? I think at this juncture, right now. No, you know what? They wouldn't. You know what else can go wrong at this point? Give me a Tavecchio onside kick.
Roll the dice. We've got to start making some plays. But we're getting ready to come back out after the half here. So we're gonna jump off here as we're getting ready to come back into the second half of the game. Hopefully we can see some passion, Captain. Hopefully we can see some passion. But we will be back. Probably jump in a little bit in the second half. Captain's going to be on a live solo after the game for his post-game reaction. I will be live on Raider Reaction for my post-game reaction with whatever transpires here in the second half of this game. But let's hear it, Captain.
Okay. Like I said, they've been horrific. We'll see you.
It's been bad. Thanks for joining us. As always, we appreciate any second you spend with us. We will tune in. Check back later. Hopefully this shitstorm subsides and something good happens because it's been bad. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.